Want to welcome you to the next episode of the Plugged In podcast. And today we have Angelo Colletta. Angelo is the CEO and founder of Zakeke. Now, Zakeke is boosting e-commerce revenue with virtual AI. How are you today, Angelo?
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for the invitation.
Absolutely. Now, like with any business name, I'm always fascinated by the backstory behind Zakeke, and also would love for you to tell us straight off the bat, what problem do you solve? But let's start with the name and maybe a story behind it. Why did you call your business Zakeke?
Yeah, Zakeke is an old name of an ancient musical instrument from Africa. So we love the sound of the word, and we love that it was something to create new kind of music in the ancient time. So this is why we choose it.
Are you very musical then, Angelo, yourself?
Sorry, yeah.
Are you very musical? Are you into your music?
Yeah, I love music when I was very young. I spent a lot of times playing this jockey as my first student job. Yeah, it's the way to start gaining money during my school career. So yes, I love music.
Very good. And then how did this all come about? Like, how did you come across the idea, and what problem does Sakike solve?
Okay, yeah, the idea start, I was looking for how things are changing in the society and industries in the meantime. Now, on one side, I see that the robots are became the leaders inside the production side. So what it was not possible in the past to be artisan, now it's possible from industry. So the idea is that on one side, industries are ready to become artisan, but in an industrial way, so they can produce what exactly the customers want. On the other side, some technology like AR, AI, 3D visualization are finally ready. We're finally ready to be used on the Web3. And so the mix of these two things, and on the other side, the customers that they want to be special, no? So they want something that is only for them. These three forces work together to say, hey, maybe there is a next revolution in e-commerce that is coming. And my vision is that the e-commerce revolution, it was like the revolution that we have seen 30 years ago. Now, yeah, when e-commerce starts, you have only one product. You have to pray to understand how they can deliver it. You have to find a way to pay. Now you have an incredible ecosystem around the product page. You can do everything, ratings or review. You can hundreds of photo and many others. Have you hundreds of ways to pay. You can pay later. You can pay in a rate. Yeah, there's a lot of ecosystem services that were born around the product page. And my vision is that the next step is that around the product page now is growing a layer of experience. And this experience could be customization, 2D, 3D, it could be AR, it could be try-on, probably in the future it could be hologram or many other technologies that are growing up and they would be ready to be using this layer. But my opinion is that AI for sure, yeah, and in the interface, what is happening is that the product page is totally changing in terms of what you can do inside the product page. The interaction with the product is changing dramatically. And I think that it will be the same. In 10 years, I can imagine any commerce in the world without a piece of this layer on top of this product page. That's why we have started to think about Zakeke. Okay, if we think that this is coming, we have to create a software as a SaaS company for doing this job for everyone in a long tail vision in the most simple way we are able to do. And that's what we have done.
Okay, and in what ways then are you boosting e-commerce, using AI? How is Zakeke driving that?
Oh, we're using AI in a lot of things inside our platform. First of all, for example, you can make a massive configuration inside the backend using AI. And this is a big problem for the company because, as you know, the total cost of ownership of a software is not only the cost that they pay to us, for example, but is how much time of the operation they need to start up and manage the application inside the company. And so, for example, in this case, AI, it's a super tool inside the platform to help merchants to save an incredible number of hours of their operation installing and using Zakeke. Second things, for example, we use AI to resize dynamically because Zakeke is a 3D configurator, but there is a special option, is a parametric 3D solution. So what we are able to do when we use AI, for example, in this case, when you want to use try-on, many times company has a 3D asset inside the company, but the 3D asset were done without real measure. So the problem that you have, if you have a cap, for example, that is done for AR, it is not important if it's 6 meters or 2 centimeters because you can enlarge it you want. But when you have to create a try-on experience, for example, you have to put on your head. So you need a measure. So in this case, for example, we use an AI, the AI inside our 3D parametric solution to auto-resize any 3D asset inside the company to the right measure. And so you can use the 3D asset that you have for the try-on without spending money to remake the job, just for an example. We use AI in the back office for triage and first and support in the support system. Because, for example, we have a special idea about that. We don't have a business unit for customer care. The customer care is done directly from technicians because we think that you have to provide immediately the right answer without spending, we take your call in charge, we'll send you an answer in 30 hours, but no one knows what to do, no? But we use AI to immediately triage the request to the right person inside the company, and we help AI, for example, to write the core of the answer without the technical aspect that is done by the technicians, but this, for us, cut the time that our technicians team use for the customer care of 75%. So very useful. And there's a lot of things we use AI in the configuration process, like an agent that help you in the configuration. We are using AI. We are releasing something in the AI for creating automatically your own user interface using our React framework that is at disposal of everyone, but you can use with AI to create immediately a new UI experience for your customer in 1 second. So for sure, AI is a big asset for a company like us, and as a software company, we use AI for sure to cut the cost or to speed the speed of team software in developing new features. But this is common use for everyone.
And Angelo, how are you finding the balance between product customization alongside operational efficiency? How are you measuring?
Yeah, many times, the idea is that the 3D or 2D visualization is always something that happens in the front end. So, okay, for sure, you can have more conversion, you can have more engagement, you can have more loyalty from your customer. But this is future, what you will have. But when you use an application like Zakeke, you can cut dramatically your operation cost in that process. For example, you are in a gadget industries and you have to make a lot of ping pong from your graphic team to the customers because put the logo there, change this, change that. And after that, okay, now you can print it and now you can create the product. All this process became, it would be digitalized with Zakeke. And so you save an incredible, generally, for example, in the gadgeting companies, they can cut 50% of the workforce in the graphic team after using Zakeke. Or maybe Armani is using us for a catalog of 3D shoes. They are saving 700 key of samples every year. And they are spending with us maybe 50 key. So there is a lot of things that you can speed or save the cost in the back office using Zakeke. And the reality, this is the really strong motivation for starting and then discover how much you can do better in the front end.
Okay. Makes sense. So when someone lands on one of your product pages, do they get a sense of, oh, I can really see myself using this, or is it just a question of people scrolling static images?
No. When first of all, when you arrive at a product page that is empowered by Zakeke, you don't understand there is Zakeke because we are totally embedded in the e-commerce space of the brand that are using us. But what you can do whatever you want. You can manage the product, you can customize it, you can see in AR, you can try if it's a product that you can try with a try-on. What is interesting that after that you can share with your team, with your girlfriend, depends on what. You can say you can come back later. The idea is that you can interact with the product at the level that the brand has decided that you are able to do. But we can offer any kind of deeply in implementation. Maybe it could be a game, it could be linked with like a playground for a baby. You can choose different. Maybe you can use AI. Okay, please let's configure me shoes with the style of dandy. Okay, and then create for you immediately using our configuration tool 3-4 models that looks like you are imagining in your mind, so you can be fast in trying the multiple options that you have in a product. Or maybe if it's an industrial product, you can tell to an AI interface, hey, please, I have this kind of problem. So can you make me the best configuration to solve this specific problem? And so maybe they can immediately, the 3D works like a visualization tool of what is in general like a CPQ question.
Sounds very highly advanced. It's incredible the pace in which AI and other technologies are just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
incredible. Like it's like every week there seems to be an advancement. Uh,
Yeah, I think so. I think that, AI is like an Excel inside every kind of industries. And the things that you can do and use your creativity to extract the more value as possible for your company, for your customers, using the technology. So I think that there's a big change because it's a cultural, first of all, it's a cultural change after a technology change because AI is incredibly powerful and is speedy, so they can offer you a lot of new opportunity month by month. And so the idea is that you have to understand the new opportunities and immediately find a way to transform in something that adds value to your product. It was a very interesting revolution for the future. And it's nice to play with this new tool.
yeah, because it's got no end, has it? It's a continual journey of advancement. And
Sure.
what part of the Sakiki journey and experience do you believe gets the biggest wow moment from your customers?
Well, I think that the really wow moment is that when they understand that they can tremendously exchange their process and their offer in a super simple way. Many managers, when they start talking with us, they imagine that they need months, year to start a project with us. And then when they discover they can do this in 1 week, and they can do whatever they have imagined. They can change their interface, the UI, the UX, whatever is in general a big problem to manage with the system integrators. Immediately, these things looks like a very simple way to do. And they say, oh, wow, I can do all these things in so little time. And they became crazy for that.
Yeah, it's incredible. So, Angela, how do people find out more about you and Sakike?
Yeah, sure. The best thing is visiting our website as it's zakeke.com. And after that, they can, there's a lot of materials they can discover. And, I would be happy if they contact us to ask more. They can organize a demo with the sales team. So they can find materials. And if they're ready to have a discussion, we are very happy to have a talk with them.
Fantastic. Well, it's been great to have you on today's Plugged In podcast, and I look forward to watching your journey. And yeah, it's incredible, I think, what you've achieved already with Zakeke, and it seems like it's just got no ceiling. It's just going to keep, uh, helping people have that customization, have that creativity, be able to keep things simple, but really drive revenue, which fundamentally is what we all need in terms of
Yeah, sure.
having a sustainable business. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's our goal. Help them make their business better.
Beautiful. Thank you, Angelo.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mark. Thanks.